In this document, I'm going to unveil a new, straightforward, at-home kettlebell training solution that is helping busy men drop 20 to 30 pounds or more in 16 weeks or less, like clockwork. It's called Kettlebell Transformation, and it is a system that is night and day different from the common weight loss methods that you're familiar with because of how it's able to distill the complicated world of diet and fitness down into a few key habits that even the busiest of men can execute from the comfort of their own home. And as you'll see, it can produce some pretty stunning total body and health transformations with only kettlebells and workouts that take less than 45 minutes. And the best part is, you don't have to keep finding new programs or changing diets as you get bored. This is a system that we have used nonstop in our lives for the last 10 plus years, and we have now helped over 450 plus men install it seamlessly into their daily routines. My name is Grant Anderson. You might recognize me from Instagram as Kettlebell Grant. I'm the guy who helps time-strapped men produce some of the most remarkable transformations that you've seen without any crash diets or complicated workout routines. People like Mark Ambrose, who lost 160 pounds in 14 months. Or John Cannon, who shed 11% body fat in only 16 weeks while running 2 businesses. Or Alex Ashcraft, who lost 30 pounds in 4 months and tripled his Turkish get up only 8 months after shoulder surgery. Or Mark Justice, who dropped 70 pounds in 15 months and told us we gave his family their husband and dad back. Or Raj Kapoor, who's down 50 pounds in 18 months after decades of yo-yo dieting. See, most of the men that we work with come to us with a history of losing and regaining the same weight and years or even decades of frustration going through the same all or nothing cycle over and over. And I've helped over 10,000 men and women in the past 12 years get stronger than they ever thought possible with kettlebells. And now for the last 2.5 years, I've worked exclusively with men online to help them transform their bodies and their strength just training with bells. Everything that I do for myself and for my clients, it all centers around efficiency. My goal is to help you generate the best results with the least number of habits and complexity and time required. I want our guys to transform everything about their physical ability and their body composition in mere months, but my ultimate goal is that they can easily continue to execute the system for decades after they've started. It's ultimately my biggest goal for all of our guys to text me when they are 60, 70, 80 years old to let me know that they are still following the systems week in and week out. Honestly, this commitment to longevity that's evident in the training and nutrition systems that I implement in my life and those closest to me, such as my mom, you might know her from Instagram as Kettlebell Grandma. She didn't start training with kettlebells until she was 52. And now 12 years later, she is still swinging bells every single week. And last year at the age of 63, she crushed a 32 kg get up, which is a 70-pound get up, which is so incredibly crazy strong. But to me, it is proof that this system can work for anyone at any age, for those who are just simply ready to commit. Now, the truth is, right now, we are in an information overload era when it comes to health and fitness. Obesity is at an all-time high. Yet, diet and exercise information is everywhere. Just consider this. The overwhelming number of workout styles or routines that you have to choose from. You've got HIIT, CrossFit, Orange Theory, bodybuilding, powerlifting, sandbags, running, Peloton, Olympic lifting, yoga, Ironman. The diet choices can be just as confusing. Paleo, keto, carnivore, Whole30, Atkins, Mediterranean, vegan, water cleanses, intermittent fasting, the blue zone, and the list goes on and on and on. The global weight management market right now is at $142 billion, and I can promise you that it is more fixated on flashy promotions and quick fixes rather than providing men with a sustainable solution to get in shape and take control of your health long term. See, this is the old way of losing weight. Short-term quick fixes, short-term challenges. And during a recent live presentation, I joked about how assembling your fitness plan can feel a lot like a never-ending laundry list of obligations. In order to get in shape, you got to give up your favorite foods. You got to run 10 miles a day, pump iron 6 days a week, cut carbs completely, stop drinking alcohol, do a daily sauna and cold plunge, meditate for an hour, recite affirmations, staring at yourself naked in the mirror, read 100 pages nightly. And while you're at it, because you know everyone who is in shape can play an instrument, you got to learn to play the violin. See, that plan got some good laughs when I gave it in a presentation, yet the truth remains. Some men genuinely feel this pressure to do everything. They feel that if they leave any detail out, they're going to be missing some secret ingredient that will blow up their entire plan. But I can promise you, the reality about what works is the complete opposite. And our transformation system confirms this. For every client that we've worked with who has lost 20 pounds or more and kept it off for 6 months or longer, their fitness, their diet, and their lifestyle habits can be boiled down into 3 main things. Number 1 is train 4 days a week with kettlebells for 30 to 45 minutes per workout. Number 2 is to eat a balanced diet of real food tailored to your goals. And number 3 is to walk 10,000 steps a day. And this may seem too simple if you're used to doing a million different things, but it's not. We've manufactured this journey after analyzing thousands of clients' results over the last 12 years to systematically eliminate everything but the essential results producing habits. See, the solution isn't to do everything you can from a diet and exercise standpoint, because for career-driven men who are busy raising a family, more is not better. The solution is the Kettlebell Transformation System. It is a new kind of health and fitness system that thrives in today's increasingly complex world, one that relies more on systems rather than motivation and can all be done from the comfort of your own home. And since installing the Kettlebell Transformation System in my life, I've eliminated every other piece of fitness equipment. I shut down a $1 million group fitness studio that we owned in Chicago so that I could train from absolutely anywhere in the world and still see superior results. The Kettlebell Transformation System utilizes the minimum effective dose rule. That means creating a realistic approach that leads to better results and a higher probability of continued execution when life inevitably gets busy. And that's why today, for the first time, we are offering to install the entire Kettlebell Transformation System in your life done for you. So if you've already heard enough information and you want to take advantage of this unique opportunity, I recommend going below and booking a call to speak with our team now. We are looking for a motivated group of successful professionals, hardworking fathers, entrepreneurs, and other busy men who want to work with us one-on-one to install the Kettlebell Transformation System in their lives in the next few weeks. We're not trying to sell everyone on this. We have already validated this concept in our own lives with over 450 plus other men in the last 2.5 years. However, I will say this, spots are extremely limited due to a high level of service, support, and accountability that we found to be necessary for lasting success. And that's why we only onboard 5 to 10 new clients every single week. So right now you have simply no risk to book a call and speak with our team to see if the Kettlebell Transformation System might be the right fit for you. Now, for those of you who still need some more information, let me explain why I believe the Kettlebell Transformation System is the absolute most effective and streamlined method for lasting fitness transformation. Number 1, it allows you to cut through the noise. More and more diet and exercise routines are being advertised every single day, offering bigger and bolder results, creating a sense of confusion that can leave any well-intentioned guy in a complete daze. And how can't it? If you're busy trying to advance your career, raising a family, still trying to have some semblance of a social life, how are you supposed to find time to dig through all the noise? Let's face it, while I'm sure many of those diet and exercise fads mean well, they are simply not realistic or sustainable for most men. But if you build a simple plan, which the Kettlebell Transformation System is the best at doing, you can create a routine that nobody can break, allowing you to stay on track even when your life is hectic and unpredictable. It's what allowed my guy Martin to shed 32 pounds in 16 weeks while managing a real estate business and raising 3 daughters. It's what allowed Manny to lose 43 pounds in 6 months while commuting in and out of New York City and welcoming his second child into the world. It's what allowed Jeremy to drop 58 pounds in 6 months and keep it off for 4 years without ever stepping foot inside of a gym. These are all incredibly busy men with 8 children ranging from infant to teenager between the 3 of them. Yet they were able to leverage the KT system to create generational health in just a few short months. Now, it also provides a straightforward roadmap for getting strong training with kettlebells. I've personally talked to 2,500 plus men one-on-one over the last 2.5 years. And the number one thing that is getting in every guy's way is their lack of consistency. See, many men suffer from the bright, shiny object syndrome, or they find themselves hopping from program to program or diet to diet, looking for that magic bullet. When in reality, what I think all men crave is a simple framework to make measurable progress that they can stay invested to long term. That's exactly why we created the Kettlebell Transformation System. Our goal was to take the complicated world of fitness and distill it down into one simple kettlebell training roadmap that is effortless to understand and really easy to execute. See, what I believe is kettlebells can be a double-edged sword. They're incredibly versatile, yet versatility can make figuring out what the best approach to follow is a mystery for most guys. We start every guy on our level-based training system that introduces the most effective kettlebell skills in the correct sequence to keep results coming and strength building over time. We then break each level into specific phases and milestones that guys can aim for so that they can stay motivated, they can stay engaged, rather than jumping to a completely new program or modality due to boredom or a lack of knowledge on how to continue progressing. See, every guy in our program follows 2 styles of programming. They have specific levels on the journey, and they've got big strength milestones that they're shooting for in every single level. The KT system, I believe, gives men a clear starting point, clear objectives, challenging yet achievable milestones, and a sustainable approach to removing all of the guesswork and maximizing your long-term results training with bells. Not only training, it also demystifies nutrition without restriction. See, the real secret power of the Kettlebell Transformation System, the reason so many men have been able to produce such remarkable results in such short periods, lies in the fact that we combine our proven kettlebell training roadmap with a simple, custom-tailored approach to nutrition. Our guys follow a quality, quantity, and lifestyle customization roadmap, ranging from basic food quality all the way to looking at specific macronutrient targets. But the same reason that you wouldn't jump right into level 6 of the kettlebell training roadmap, you shouldn't jump right into trying to track or hit specific macronutrient targets. It would be like me sitting down to play a song on the piano or the guitar without ever learning how to play my first note. So if you're like most men that we've worked with, you've probably tried your hand at restrictive diets like keto or paleo or vegan, or you've tried tracking your macros using something like MyFitnessPal. And these diets and strategies may have even worked for a time, but at the end of the day, they all fail for the same reason. No guy wants to give up foods that they truly enjoy long term. And instead, what we do is we teach you specific nutrition principles that are laid out in a 3-phase approach so that you can develop over time into what we call a new normal around the foods that you like and your unique lifestyle. Like my guy Wim, who left this in his testimonial he left for us, he said, KT is more than just a training program. Your own diet is carefully changed and adjusted in such a way that is not a painful diet. It just simply becomes a new habit to make better decisions when choosing food. See, no food or drink is off limits. You just simply learn what your body truly needs to look and feel and perform at your best. You want to have a couple of beers on the weekend? Great. There's a simple way to do that. You don't want to skip family pizza night? No worries. There's a plan for that. You got a work trip coming up? No big deal. Your new principles and habits are going to guide you. This system also improves mobility and overall joint health. If you're a man who's in his 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, it's very likely that you have suffered from some sort of joint pain, or you feel like you don't have the mobility and flexibility that you once did. This can wreak absolute havoc on a guy's psyche as it pertains to staying active. Not only is everything a lot harder physically, but there's also a real fear of re-injuring yourself or making pre-existing pain issues even worse. This fear or lack of movement quality causes guys to shy away from really pushing themselves and thus will really limit their results. And I can tell you this, nothing derails a fitness routine like a tweaked back or a shoulder pinch that gets worse and worse with every workout. This is where you have to take a smarter approach to your training. You got to be able to train the right exercises in the correct sequence with proper techniques so that you can improve your flexibility, your joint stability, your balance, and your overall strength sustainably over time. And that's exactly what the Kettlebell Transformation System 6-level roadmap does. Like it did for my guy Alex, who, like I mentioned, tripled his Turkish get-up weight after shoulder surgery. In his review, he said, coming off of shoulder surgery in March of 2022, I was nervous about injuries, but the program progression was just what I needed. And this was him a few months later posting that he was doing a double, triple with an 80-pound bell for his get-ups, and he was doing 150 snatches with a 60-pound bell, feeling like an animal. Never thought I could stay consistent. Or my guy Scott, who said, last March, I tore the labrum in my shoulder. And as a 50-plus-year-old, I was like, okay, this one may sideline me for good. And if someone would have told me I'd be swinging the 70-pound bell 100 times in 13 minutes and using a 20 kg, 44-pound bell for Turkish get-ups, I would have said they were crazy. This program works. Or my guy David, who's been with us the longest, he's our longest standing client, he's 62 years old, said that whatever rotator cuff and meniscus tears that I inflicted in my previous years are rendered irrelevant. David came to us, he had trouble even getting off the ground with just his body weight, and in 6 months he was doing 32 kg get-ups. Crazy. Works for anyone at any age. Now, it also saves time and mental energy. So the men that we serve, they lead really hectic lives. They are ambitious professionals juggling career demands with responsibilities of a young family at home. They simply just don't have the luxury of commuting to and from a gym. And let's be honest, if you're watching this video, you probably don't want to spend all day at the gym trying to go through some complicated routine that ultimately leaves you feeling burnt out and too sore to move the next day. And also, if you're relying on a gym, it's only a matter of time before that routine gets upended by a sick kid, a busy season at work, or sheer frustration of waiting for the squat rack while some bro does Smith machine curls and checks his biceps in the mirror. See, the men in our system, they demand superior results in less time without all the hassle. They create home gyms consisting of nothing more than just some bells, some chalk, and a decent mat and a 4x6 area to train. Oftentimes, their home gyms is their basement, their garage, or right beside their kids' playroom before the rest of the house gets up. This is my guy Alex, the guy who lost 30 pounds, tripled his Turkish get-up weight. This is him hitting a double 48 kg get-up, and you can see that his gym is right next to his kids' playroom. He's got all his kettlebells there, his mat, and he's training before his family gets up. See, our men gain hours of their week back, not just from eliminating their gym commute, but also from eliminating all the other equipment and guesswork that most men deal with. This frees them up both with their time and their headspace to be more productive at work, more focused on their nutrition, and more present with their families. And lastly, you ditch the all or nothing identity. And I'm telling you, this is easily the number one trap that most men fall into. And it's the belief that if they can't commit to a rigorous workout schedule or adhere strictly to a restrictive diet, then their efforts are futile. However, I can promise you that this black and white mentality is just going to lead to frustration, burnout, and ultimately an abandonment of fitness goals. And so when our guys come into our system, they get an understanding of the emotional cycle of change. And so if you're ever a guy who's tried to lose weight and maybe you lost 10, 20 pounds, but you've gained it back, this is going to sound very familiar to you. Because there's 5 stages of making big change in your life. Stage number 1 is all about uninformed optimism. That's where you're starting a new plan, you've got big goals, you got a vision for your health, you're going to work out every week, you're going to change your diet completely, and that may end up having you lose 10, 20 pounds. You're incredibly motivated because it's brand new. New Year's resolutions, anybody? Now, stage number 2, you see this dotted line. Above this dotted line is optimism, below this dotted line is pessimism. Stage 2 is informed pessimism, meaning you get 4 weeks in, or 5 weeks in or 6 weeks in, and you start to realize that this new and fun and motivating new routine isn't as new and fun and motivating anymore. And you start to realize like, oh man, like in order for me to get and achieve the results I want, I got to continue to come back and do this stuff week after week after week. And that can lead guys into stage 3, which is called the valley of despair, which is the moment where the newness has completely worn off, the novelty is gone, and you inevitably run into life, right? One bad meal turns into 2, Friday turns into a whole weekend, the weekend turns into a week, that turns into I'll start fresh next week, which turns into I've now gained back the 10 to 20 pounds that I had already lost. And see, most men, when they embark on this cycle of trying to change, they will quit and repeat phases 1 through 3 over and over and over again. But the KT system is designed to get guys to stage 4 and stage 5. Stage 4 is above the dotted line. It is informed optimism. That is where you start to be consistent with this stuff over a long enough period of time. You start to really see the results. It starts to you feel confident that what you're doing to produce the results is something that you can stick with long term. And you start to have informed optimism of your ability to maintain it long term. And that ultimately leads to stage 5, which is right now your vision for where you want to be with your health. The man that you want to see in the mirror, the example you want to be setting, ultimate success and fulfillment. And so for our guys, it is all about consistency over perfection. It is about being able to get them to stage 4, informed optimism. And this more flexible approach allows for adjustments, adaptations, and the recognition that even small steps forward are meaningful. Whether it's squeezing in a quick workout during a busy day or making healthier choices most of the time, every effort counts. Instead of viewing missed workouts or indulgent meals as failures, they just become learning opportunities on the journey. And ultimately, it's about finding balance, about enjoying the process, and about prioritizing your overall well-being, not aiming for some unrealistic version of perfection that the media makes us believe is the only way to be successful. By embracing this mindset that rejects extremes and embraces consistent, sustained effort, our guys create lasting habits that support their long-term health and, most important, their happiness. Like my guy Manny, who lost 43 pounds in 6 months. He said that when he joined this program, it was one of the most uncomfortable decisions he had made in a long time. But throughout this journey, all he's thought about is the one day at a time mindset. Whenever I feel lazy, I use that mantra to earn my checks. Fast forward to today, and I'm truly proud of what I've accomplished thus far. Started at 249, 190 pounds, here I come. Or my guy Franz, who sent this message to his coach, Coach Peter, saying, I'm trying to get rid of that all or nothing thinking. One bad day doesn't have to be 2, and 2 bad days doesn't have to be 3. You just get back on, you start to get your workouts, and the scale will move in time. Now, this system also turns back the clock on internal health. If you're a guy who's spent years or even decades neglecting your well-being, there's a chance that has started to show up in ways that can scare a lot of men. You maybe watched your parents' health decline and seen how they lacked the physical capacity to enjoy retirement or get on the ground and play with their grandkids. They may have even watched your dad pass far too early from lifestyle-related diseases. And you might be scared to the point where if you feel like you don't take action now, you might be headed towards the same fate. See, the alchemy of the kettlebell transformation system is that it not only allows guys to lose weight and feel stronger and look better, but it also transforms your internal health. Take my guy Brian, who shed 28 pounds in 16 weeks at 48 years old, eliminated his long-standing back pain, and he ditched his blood pressure meds permanently. Or David, our longest standing client, who at 60 years old was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. He determined that he wanted a change in his lifestyle rather than to be dependent on pills. David ended up losing 30 pounds in his first 16 weeks, went from chronic knee and shoulder pain to consistently moving heavy kettlebells. And to this day, he is off his meds and his depression and insomnia are gone. Or Wim, at 54 years old, suffered a pretty serious health scare, and after 13 months in the KT system, got this feedback from his cardiologist. He said that he went to see his cardiologist and he said, "Oh, you're sending me your 20-year-old younger brother today." He was very excited and pleased about my new condition. So for every guy who is new to the program, rock it, get your workouts in, and you can change anything. Simply put, that this system can take out of shape guys and turn them into absolute savages. To put it really bluntly, most of the men that we connect with feel like shit. They don't have the confidence in what their body is capable of. They're always tired and low of energy. They get winded easily. They're embarrassed to take their shirt off at the beach or the pool. They hate the version of themselves that they see in the mirror for one primary reason. They have no one to blame except for themselves. A lot of the guys will lean on excuses like genetics or busy careers or even just not caring, but deep down, all of the men that we talk to have a deep desire to take control of their health and build a body that they are very, very proud of. But I can tell you this from experience, it is about more than just looking good naked. It is more than just having energy. It's about regaining that sense of vitality and adventure in their lives. And it's about what's setting an example for your children and the people around them about what is possible for you when you take care of yourself. It is about the greater purpose that getting and being strong can truly unlock in your life. Like my guy Alan, who said every time I do a 48 kg Turkish get up, I get a huge smile on my face because I did the work to get there. Or my guy Vipul, who said, Coach, thanks so much for this program and community. Everything about the way I feel and look is completely different from when I started over 18 months ago. I completely recreated myself in this program. Or my guy Mark, who said the big guy on the left is in a lot of pain emotionally, mentally, and physically, and the guy on the right is an ice plunging, bell swinging savage. And in all seriousness, the guy on the right is happy, he's fulfilled, he's confident, and he's strong. Weight loss is secondary to everything else KT has done for me, which is crazy because this guy has lost over 160 pounds. And so if you're a man who is ready to jump on this one-of-a-kind opportunity, do not hesitate to make your move and book a call with our team immediately. We are looking for a motivated group of successful professionals, hardworking fathers, entrepreneurs, and other busy men who want to work with us one-on-one so that we can install the Kettlebell Transformation System in your life in the coming weeks. And I can also promise you we are not hard selling anyone. We only want to work with the guys who see the value in this new lifestyle system and they want to be one of the select men to leverage it in their lives. So if that's you, be sure to book your call with our team today. There's no risk in simply setting up a call to just talk about how we can tailor the Kettlebell Transformation System in your life. Now, for those of you who are interested, but you still have some questions, let me address a few concerns that you may have about leveraging the Kettlebell Transformation System in your life. So number one is, shouldn't I be able to do this on my own? Yes and no. Yeah, you can do it on your own. And in the long term, your goal should be to become entirely self-sufficient when it comes to your training, your nutrition, and your lifestyle. But if you're currently struggling with managing your weight, feeling your health and vitality decline, and you aren't sure what you need to do, then your choices to go at it alone are pretty dim. You can continue to try to navigate the ever-changing and complex world that is the diet and exercise industry, hoping to piece together random workouts and holding out that the next fad diet will be the one that sticks. Or you can just leverage the Kettlebell Transformation System and install the framework that has already been proven to work with 450 plus other men in the last 2.5 years. Take my guy Raj, who left this in his review after his program saying, losing weight should be easy, right? Just exercise more and eat less. Well, that's about as basic as saying get wealthy by earning more and spending less. It's not that simple, and it certainly isn't easy to sustain over long periods of time. If losing weight really was that simple as that basic formula, there wouldn't be a million different plans online of how to go about it. The fact is, it's not easy. We have lives, we have families, we have careers, stress, injuries, vacations, countless things that get in the way of us just exercising and eating less. But what KT has done is filter out all the noise and has found a way to actually make it simple. The kettlebell is beautifully simplistic and an efficient tool, and the coaches have designed a program where we can use that tool 30 minutes a few times a week at home in a 6x6 space and hit every muscle in the body. They've designed nutrition habits that are easy to implement and adhere to, plus the other levels we can pull when life gets in the way. This program is truly transformation. It's like flying first class to Hawaii from Chicago. Instead of having to hitchhike across the country and then get in a rickety sailboat to hopefully one day make it to Hawaii, sure, you may get there either way, but the first class flight is guaranteed. It's going to get you there the fastest, the quickest, with the least amount of hassle. And perhaps the most important part about getting help in your journey is about the knowledge and the certainty that you gain along the way. See, once guys install the Kettlebell Transformation System and they go through the 6-level training roadmap, they no longer question what they need to do to stay in shape. This is my guy Miguel posting his training board in our group thread saying that the agency to make calls about my training is one of the favorite things about this program. And of course, it's all built on the foundations of the prior progressions that give me a template to emulate. He knows what to do because he's already been coached through this system step by step. Now, number 2 is, can't I just keep doing what I'm doing? And yes, if whatever you're doing is working, by all means, keep doing it. This is the beauty of the Kettlebell Transformation System. It works in conjunction with your other health and fitness routines. Whether it's training jujitsu like Jason, who dropped 38 pounds in our system on his way to attaining a black belt, or running Spartan races like Miguel, who dropped 30 pounds and leveled up to his swings and get-ups to 48 kg on his way to finishing the World Championships earlier this year, or the countless guys in our program who play golf, rec hockey, softball, are avid cyclists, runners, hike mountains, or just need to be able to keep up with their teenage kids' sports schedules. The KT system gives more than it takes. The workouts leave you feeling full of energy to go crush your day rather than depleted and too sore to bend down and tie your shoes. And the nutrition approach provides clean energy and reduces inflammation so that you feel your best all day long, not hangry because you feel like you're forced to eat nothing but rabbit food. The walking, the focus on sleep, the stress management will have you feeling clear-headed and ready for any challenge that life throws at you. My guy Jason said, I've had such an awesome experience with KT since starting a year ago. The coaches and community are excellent, professional, highly experienced, and truly focused on building health and strength for longevity. The best part is that KT becomes a habit and a way of life that fits within a busy life and radiates improvement in the broader areas of your life. See, installing the Kettlebell Transformation System will enhance every other physical endeavor and make you stronger and more conditioned in ways that you can't even understand until you've experienced them for yourself. It's honestly what's called the what the hell effect in the kettlebell world. Now, concern number 3 is, don't I need cardio to lose weight? And this is a massive misconception and one that frustrates a lot of men. I will say this, the key to losing weight is diet and exercise. However, not all exercise is created equal. Anyone who has lost weight by calorie restriction and endless cardio alone can tell you that they probably still don't have the body composition that they wanted after losing the weight. I know everyone has heard of the term skinny fat. See, body fat was still too high compared to muscle mass. They probably felt pretty crappy too. And the lack of proper calories and the muscle wasting effect of too much cardio resulted in feeling burnt out and probably several other ailments. Cardio does have a place within the Kettlebell Transformation System, but not in the way that you think. We simply have our men walk 7,500 to 10,000 steps a day. And when combined with proper kettlebell training and personalized nutrition, there is absolutely no need to do more cardio. One of my guys in his review says, it's been a game changer for me. It's a simple program that helps you do the things you sort of already know you should do, like train, keep track of your eating, go for walks and sleep. I lost 30 pounds in the first 4 months and have kept it off for another 2. It's just part of my life now, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Now, you might be asking yourself, will it work if I'm too out of shape, or I'm too old, or too injured, or too past my prime? This self-defeating mindset is probably the one that stops more men from taking action than any other. They think that because of where they are currently, they will be unable to overcome the inertia and the years of neglect. But nothing could be further from the truth. No matter where you're starting, no matter how out of shape you feel today, no matter what your perceived physical limitations, the old saying rings as true as ever: where there is a will, there is a way. The hardest decision of all is just the decision to get started. But once you do, having a proven approach and a real system that you can learn and implement without having to rely on motivation or already being fit makes all of the difference. Like my guy, Mark, who said, as advertised, I'm slowly melting like butter in a hot pan. Haven't felt this great in 30 years. Or my guy Patrick, who said, today for the first time in decades, the scale reads 170 something and I'm doing a comfortable 44-pound get up. Many thanks to you guys for the program. Or my guy Sherwin, who said, committing to KT scared me knowing I would have to commit to shoulder work, but I'm currently in week 16 using a 26 kg as my very heavy for Turkish get-ups, no more shoulder pain, and I'm stronger than I've ever been. You might be asking yourself, isn't it selfish to spend all this time and money on myself? You know, I've got a wife and a kid and a demanding career. And I'll say this, if you have an ineffective routine that delivers subpar results, then yes. If you spend a lot of time and effort trying to get fit with little results and it starts to interfere with family time and your career while causing daily frustration, then you might be selfishly wasting money without truly seeking a solution. That's why we've gone to such great lengths to ensure that the few key habits being executed by our men deliver the biggest bang for the buck with the least amount of time invested. And being able to do them from home means that you'll be able to hit that 30-minute workout from home before the kids get up, or take the dog on a 30-minute walk before dinner. And not only that, but when you bring your health and fitness routines home and put them in the light of your entire family, everyone hops on board. Everyone sees dad leading from the front and putting in the work to be healthy. My guy Michael said I'm 7 weeks into the program, and I think the thing I'm most happy about is learning about consistency and seeing how health spreads to the rest of my family. Or David, who said the family hike turned into a bit of a ruck, but I was happy to have it in me. Would not have been possible 6 months ago. Another victory for KT. And so the raw reality that every out of shape, frustrated guy must face is that health is wealth. And if you don't like the man that's staring back at you in the mirror, don't you think that that carries over into other parts of your life? If your kids look at you and see the example of chronic ailments, a big spare tire around the waist, and inability to do the things physically that allow you to live the life that you want to the fullest, what kind of example does that set, and how does it impact their health long term? But for the guys who choose to go all in on KT, these men not only rewrite the script on their health, but they're able to pass down the mindset, the skills, and the habits to their children to ensure that they never have to deal with the emotional and physical toll of being unhealthy and unfit. My guy Mark, after losing 70 pounds, messaged us saying, "You truly gave my family their husband and their dad back. I'm forever grateful." So hopefully you're seeing that you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to sacrifice your family, your career to get in shape. You can start from anywhere, even if that means after decades of neglect. Taking care of yourself allows you to give more to everyone around you and enriches your life in a way that no amount of money ever will. So with that being said, I want to formally invite you to book a call with our team about how we can install the Kettlebell Transformation System in your life today. Like I said, we are looking for a handful of successful professionals, hardworking fathers, entrepreneurs, and other busy men who are ready to make a serious commitment, who understand how powerful the Kettlebell Transformation System can be for taking control of their health and building a body that they're proud of. I'm going to spend the rest of my time here explaining exactly how this process works, how quickly you can start seeing results, and what you'll get with working with us. So first of all, I cannot stress this enough. There is not just one thing that makes the Kettlebell Transformation System work. It is not simply about engaging in random kettlebell workouts or adhering to a diet solely consisting of chicken and rice. It is a system. Every aspect is carefully structured and implemented with purpose and with method. To provide some context here, we spent over 9 years within the walls of our gym, Chicago Primal Gym, and an additional 5 years refining our virtual training structures, nutrition progressions, activity guidelines, hydration strategies, personalized sleep routines, accountability methods, and online support to optimize our clients' results. Quite simply, this is our life's work. And since introducing our first online program in the summer of 2019, we've collaborated with over 750 of the individuals who have never stepped foot inside of a gym. I can assure you that we have honed this process down to a science. Second of all, this is not a PDF style workout routine. We are integrating a comprehensive lifestyle system seamlessly into your daily routine. So with our custom app, Everything is neatly laid out for you. Your training regimen, your nutrition plan, your progress tracking, the communication with your coach and the community, all of it is conveniently accessible and updated daily. Our coaches will provide personalized guidance to ensure that you feel confident in your technique and your weight progression, and they'll tailor your nutrition plan to your needs so that you can just simply show up, execute, and see results. And most importantly, they will hold you accountable, and they will help you navigate the mental, emotional, and logistical challenges of making a real lasting change. You'll also join a community of over 250 plus men who are on a similar journey as you. They'll be there to support you, to motivate you, to remind you daily that they too are putting in the work. And the truth is that you'd no longer be going at it alone. You'd have the proven plan and you'd have a supportive community behind you, and failure would simply not be an option as long as you chose to show up. Now, with that being said, here's how our process works. First of all, we will optimize your home gym and work with you one-on-one in your custom onboarding to unlock expert level technique in the fundamentals of kettlebell training. And in order to dial in the details, we'll use a combination of one-on-one Zoom coaching sessions, as well as video analysis of your current kettlebell technique. So this picture right here is one of our coaches, Coach Rich, doing a video analysis of one of his clients' Turkish get-ups. My guy, William here, in his review said, from the onboarding to getting the initial form coaching and Zoom calls with your coach, to the laid out plan in the app, KT was exactly what I needed to get started and continue through the 16-week program. Everything is laid out extremely well, and the app is fantastic for keeping you on track. Or my guy Kethu said, thanks a lot, brother. I'm very excited to be crushing it. The onboarding experience really helped dial in the form and movements and helped me realize a lot of errors I was previously doing with swings. And so our onboarding is crucial to making sure guys are doing things the right way so that you can truly progress. Well, then after you get through onboarding, we'll implement 2 styles of progression that we use in the Kettlebell Transformation System's 6-level roadmap. So our guys follow 2 styles of programming. They follow a progression phase and they follow a bridge phase. So if you think back to that graphic of the 6 levels of programming, at every single level you have a progression program and a bridge program to make sure that you get the most out of that individual level before you move on to the second level and continue to maximize your results long term. It's this type of programming, just 2 styles, that can take any guy and turn them into an absolute kettlebell savage, all training from home. Because what happens is you start to develop confidence in your ability to work out from home, avoid injury, all while seeing a very clear path for progression week in and week out. And we know that if we can nail down the anchor habit of kettlebell training 4 days a week from home, it is a habit that will impact the rest of your life. Now, next, we will assist you in revamping your kitchen and introduce you to our phase 1 food list that you'll see right here. This nutrition step is pivotal for our clients to see increased energy levels, improved sleep quality, and rapid weight loss of 5 to 10 pounds in their first 1 to 2 weeks. We believe nutrition can often be unnecessarily complicated. So what we do is we aim to simplify things as much as possible, especially at the outset, so it's so easy to execute so that you build momentum in the right direction. And the best part, we don't require you to focus on portion sizes or specific macros off the bat, eliminating the need to spend any energy on weighing, tracking, or dreading your meals. Instead, you just simply choose foods from the list, you eat slowly, and you stop when you reach 80% full. It is as straightforward as that. Then after establishing foundational changes to your nutrition, our focus will shift to basic quantities, portion sizes, and ultimately the goal of tailoring this system into a sustainable routine long term. So after the basic food list, you'll transition to portion sizes based on your hands. And then from there, we'll start to look at basic calorie and protein needs and understanding your entire personal macronutrient profile. Our coaches will work with you one-on-one to make sure we customize this for you and then help you tweak it and refine it so that you can stay accountable to it over time and ultimately be able to see a nutrition chart that looks like this, where your carbs, your proteins, your fat, and your overall calories are incredibly consistent on a daily basis without any of the mental struggle or hassle or worries of feeling like you need to track every morsel of what you eat. When it comes to nutrition, the only factors that truly matter is number 1, does it yield the desired results that you want? And number two, are you confident that you can stick with it long term? Because anyone, and you may know this, anyone can crash diet for 6 weeks and shed 20 plus pounds. However, not everyone can modify their fundamental habits to achieve permanent, lifelong results. Our mission is to guide you in creating real, lasting nutrition changes. Like my guy Mark here, his coach Rich texted him, said, dude, in 20 weeks, you've lost 74 pounds. That's 3.7 pounds per week. Absolute savagery. But the best part is Mark responded saying, I'm never hungry. I have very few, if any, cravings while I'm getting stronger, while I'm increasing my cardio, and I'm 42 years old. Amazing, man. Amazing. Or my guy Raj, who said that in this program, his taste buds actually changed to make clean eating never feel like a diet. Finally, we'll provide personalized one-on-one support every step of the way to ensure that you achieve a weight loss of 20 to 30 pounds in less than 4 months. Because our secret weapon is accountability. We place you in an environment where it is easier to commit to the work needed to achieve your results. This is achieved through a blend of one-on-one messaging with your dedicated coach in your custom app and the daily group accountability of our KT thread. This is not your typical program where we're just going to send you a PDF and we're going to hope for the best. We don't just inundate you with information and leave you to figure it out on your own. Instead, we offer a very specific results-focused roadmap and a team of coaches who care, who go the extra mile to ensure that you stay on track week after week after week. My guy Manny saying, new milestone, if I didn't have this tribe, I didn't think I would have made it this far. My guy Gus saying, I can't thank you enough for assisting me in making KT my new way of life. Coach, a text I received from my guy Vip, thanks so much for this program and this community. I completely recreated myself. My guy William saying, I had high hopes for this program, what it would provide, but I've been blown away by the coaching and the support from this group of men. Our process has been tested, rigorously tested by over 450 plus men in the last 2.5 years. Simply put, we know it works. And we are so confident that it works that we do a results guarantee. That means that each of our clients receives a signed guarantee stating that they will lose 20 to 30 pounds in their first 16 weeks, or we coach them for free until they do. And that partnership between us and you remains steadfast until you confidently see the man that you aspire to be in the mirror, knowing that you've instilled lifelong changes. Now, like I said before, our only limitation inside of Kettlebell Transformation lies in the level of support and personalized attention that we can offer, which restricts us to a certain number of clients every single month. And due to our current capacity constraints with our team, we can only onboard 5 to 10 new clients per week. We just simply lack the bandwidth to cater to every single individual while providing life-changing service and accountability that we know men need to achieve maximum success. And that's why we exclusively collaborate with men who are truly ready for change, men who recognize the necessity for genuine coaching and accountability to transform their health vision into a reality. And so if you resonate with this approach, I urge you to take action now. Simply just click below this video to schedule a call and discover how we can integrate the Kettlebell Transformation System into your life. Before you choose your call time, what's going to happen is you'll complete a brief application to outline your desired results, where you feel you require the most assistance. And then once your call is scheduled, we'll provide you with a link to our website featuring numerous case studies, client success stories, and video testimonials showcasing the firsthand effectiveness of the Kettlebell Transformation System. So if you are a guy who is just ready to draw a line in the sand and make real definitive change, don't wait. Schedule your call today. Because remember, we operate on a limited client capacity. So act now, secure your spot, schedule your call today, and let's dive in to see how the Kettlebell Transformation System can be that solution that you've been looking for years. I'll see you guys on the inside.